This is Mara. She's a board-certified behavior analyst, or BCBA. Today, she is going to go visit a new client, Kyle. Kyle is a 4-year-old boy diagnosed with autism. Mara will be observing him in his natural environment at home for about an hour or so she can figure out the best way to help him and his parents. The BCBA is responsible for developing behavior intervention plans, or BIP, and curriculum. Today, we're just going to focus on the behavior intervention process and how that translates to you, the RBT, learning and implementing the plan. The first step in developing a behavior intervention plan is having the BCBA observe what behaviors are interfering with the daily quality of life. The purpose of the observation is to be as least intrusive as possible so the BCBA can see the behaviors occurring in their natural environment. So we can see here that Kyle did not recognize when Mara or his mom entered the room. He was then given an instruction to clean up and come to the kitchen for dinner. He then started throwing his toys and screaming as soon as his dad took away his trains. What do you think is happening? So what Mara will do now is take all of the data she's gathered from her observations, intake, and ABC data and put together a plan for the entire team. After a week of collecting data, doing parent interviews, and observations, Mara has put together a BIP. She's headed to Kyle's house now to review the BIP with Kyle's parents and his new RBT, Jenny. Mara has identified the target behaviors, defined them, and the interventions to be used. Kyle engages in tantrum behavior when preferred items, like his trains, are taken away or when he has to transition to a less preferred activity, like eating or homework. Mara's plan involves giving Kyle incremental verbal warnings paired with a visual timer. When implementing a new intervention, there may be an extinction burst, which means his tantrum behavior may increase in intensity and duration before we start to see a change. Here are some important things to remember when implementing a BIP. Make sure Kyle is safe, so you may want to move all potential hazardous items out of reach. Mark the time of the start of the tantrum for data collection purposes, then follow procedures and give Kyle the verbal direction again. You can then safely help and guide him to complete the requested transition. As an RBT, anytime you don't understand something, especially new protocols, ask your supervisor. For example, if you don't understand what an extinction burst is, ask. You won't be the only one. The parents will have questions too. It's important to all be on the same page and consistent. If everyone follows the plan, together they can all help Kyle learn that tantrum behavior no longer gives him access to what he wants.
I'm Jenny. I'm going to be working with Kyle as his RBT. My job is to implement the BIPs and curriculum, collect data, and graph. I'm ready to start session. Now it's my turn. I need to remember to do the following. Safety check. Okay, let's look around. Then I give him a 5-minute, 3-minute, then 1-minute verbal warnings paired with a visual timer. I have to make sure Kyle gives me eye contact. Then when the timer goes off, I give him the final verbal warning. Kyle, 5 more minutes on the iPad and then we're gonna go have fun. I'm starting your timer for the iPad. Kyle, you have 3 more minutes and then iPad is all finished. Kyle, 1 more minute before the iPad is all done. Hey Kyle, give me the iPad and we can go play with our cards. Kyle, iPad is all done. It's time to get back to work.